Hi everyone, this is Eric Wowell. I'm so glad to be here with you once again. It's been quite some times that we have not spoken. Just want to give you a quick update. I'm very grateful and appreciative to all of you out there who have been praying for me, supporting, loving, and encouraging me, in this work that I do and trying to bring education and hope to the children in Liberia. My latest book, Return of the Refugee, is finally out. Yay! It's wonderful. It's great to have this book out finally. It's been long coming, but it's finally here. So if you haven't grabbed your copy yet, I will encourage you to do so. I believe we all have a story, and that's all we got. Our whole life is nothing but stories, and that's what we keep telling. And so I'm just honored and humbled for the opportunity you have given me to be able to share my story with you. Of course, it's not just my story, but it's the story of a whole generation, the story of a whole country, a story of every single one of us as a people. And you have your story, and sometimes people just either ashamed or afraid to share their story. But I'm glad to share mine with you. So the book is here. If you haven't grabbed a copy, I encourage you to do so. You're going to love it. I just want to be the voice of the voiceless, the children who lost their childhood, who were forgotten, who got killed, the children who are living on the margins of life in Liberia, Africa, even here in the United States. I just want to give them a voice. I want to speak out on their behalf and give them a platform that one day they will be able to grow up into men and women and be able to share their own story with their own families, with the next generation, and with the world. What is important. By the grace of God, I leave for Liberia, Africa on Monday, November 7th for a 10-day trip. I'm going over there. I want you to pray for me to try to get the containers that we just shipped to Liberia of educational supplies, medical supplies, and other stuff out of the port, which the government of Liberia is asking us to pay ridiculous money. You have no idea how much they're asking for right now. And also, we ship an ambulance to Liberia. I have to also go over there and try to release that ambulance from the port. And the good news again on this trip is that a church in Hurst, Texas, St. Stephen's Episcopal Church, provided some resources to build a medical clinic and pay for the ambulance to be shipped, and also help to for the opening of the Kent Academy High School in Lofa County. So I'm going because of all of that. I'll be back. But this book is out, and I want you to do all you can to grab your copy. You need to read the story. You cannot change the world if you don't understand the world. You cannot change anything if you don't have the information about it. So what you don't know is always bigger than you. Those of you who are wondering about, why does Eric live the kind of life he's chosen to live, and why does he do the kind of work he does? Why am I committed to this? Why am I giving everything, sacrificing everything for this? Please grab a copy of my book. I will be back from Liberia on the 17th, God willing, of this month, and for my family and friends, members, and family and loved ones in Lafayette, Louisiana, I still watch out. We have orders, special orders of books coming your way. We will be launching this book officially sometimes in February. There in Lafayette, Louisiana, that's my home state in the United States. That's where I was brought, and that is the foundation of this work in the United States. So here in Texas, we will be having another book launch in February as well, and in April of next year we have another book launch in Liberia. But pre-order your copy now. Read the story. Know what's in it. And let's see how we can all change the world together. We have political refugees, economic refugees, psychological refugees, and spiritual refugees. So I'm just a political refugee. I came as a refugee as a result of a civil war in my country, and now others that came from other countries to the United States because of economic reasons, and there's others that came here because psychologically they couldn't live in their place of origin. So I'm glad to share mine with you, just my own story. But there are people who live in their own homes, don't have to leave their house or their country to foreign country, that are refugees psychologically. In their thinking, in the way they view the world, in the way they see other people, they are living in a strange world, in a bubble that nobody can even begin to imagine the kind of world they live in there. So this is my story. We all have a story, and whether you like it or not, your entire life is nothing but stories. from the day you were a child to the time you were in school, to the time you got married, if you are married, or to the time you have started having kids, and to the time that you started looking for your first job. It's all story. Your entire life is nothing but stories, and it's important that we remember these stories because these stories are very vital to our final destination in life. If we're going to be successful at doing things that we do, we must be able to remember these stories, and we can either choose to use these stories as a present where we kind of imprison ourselves, or we can use it as a platform to speak out and create an opportunity for other people, for them to be able to speak out as well. Give them a microphone so that they can speak out. We live in a world right now where everyone is speaking out. We have the environmentalists speaking out. We have the women movement speaking out. We have the climate change group speaking out. The animal rights movement speaking out. We have everybody speaking out. The only people who are not speaking out are those of us with these incredible stories that could change the world that can remain in silence. So I want to encourage you not to die in silence, not to allow your story to die with you in silence. It's time for you to speak out, and you got to speak out now, because if you don't speak out, you're going to allow other people to die because of your silence.